Hello, everyone. Today we'll be looking at measurement of building works by using Navisworks. And then Autodesk Navisworks Management is one of BIM tools and is a project review software with 3D modeling for businesses in the architecture, engineering, and construction industries. It is designed to streamline building information coordination to prevent future problems. Navisworks combine design and construction data from multiple sources. The software is compatible with Windows 10 operating system and has other installation requirements. And there are lots of dimensions and purposes of which Autodesk Navisworks can carry out as one of BIM tools. First is 2D. You can, as a quantity surveyor, you can use this Navisworks manage for quantity takeoff as the 3D modeling software. 3D modeling software is a geometrical or graphical information visualize building in 3D dimensions by updating fields through project life cycle from conception to completion. And it has feature of 4D, and 4D means scheduling, simulation, sequencing, construction phasing. It's time-related information to model construction sequence and plan projects. So in short term, 4D can be used for program work by linking your model, your drawing with project scheduling. And that's feature of 5D, which is five dimensional picture, and it means cost estimation, analysis, cost management, quantity takeoff, bill of materials preparation. So as a quantity surveyor, our duties as regards to Autodesk Navisworks is to generate quantities, to prepare project scheduling, which is program of work, and the fourth feature is 4D, normally called 4D, which is program work, project scheduling. And as a 5D, it's a cost estimation by extracting quantities for preparation of bill of quantities. That's 5D. And it has feature of 6D, which is sustainability energy analysis, accurate energy estimation in the design build stage for high performance facilities. So it has that feature too. That's feature of 7D, which is facility management and maintenance, and as 8D. So 8D means site accident prevention, design optimization, providing the best result at the pre-construction stage. So all these are features of Autodesk Navisworks manage. So without wasting much of the time, I would like to be showing you the tools as regards to quantity takeoff when you're talking about Navisworks manage. As you can see, we have the title bar. It's showing the area that's going to show or the name of a project, be the name you want to save our project. You go to display it on this title bar. You have menu bar starting with home, and home have some sub icons. Start from append, reset all, select all, selection free, find item, and others. Quantification, class detective, and all these features are mostly useful when you are working on 3D model design. So as to class detection, I mean that we are to work on 3D model as a quantity surveyor. The first thing to do is to check your model if there's any item is clashing each other. Or diamond, maybe one of your pipes is clashing with structural element, maybe with column. So what are you going to do to resolve that. So you have to check the area in the model and point them out to designer for correction, like raising a query as regards to the design being done by the designer. And when you're talking about linear, time linear is about 4D, which is scheduling projects, program work. So whenever you want to program, just click on this timeliner. So to display all the tasks that you'll be needing to get that. And on quantification, this is the mostly on quantification, this is the area we'll be working on, because as a quantity surveyor, and to display quantification workbook, as you can see under this bar. So on this quantification, you see quantification workbook. So field point, that's a lot of features too. So this orbit, you can, once you've uploaded your 3D model, you can create this orbit to look around the model, or the work to look inside the model to see everything about the 3D model. So without wasting much of a time, as I said earlier, that we are going to be starting with 2D drawing before migrating to 3D model. So this is the Navisworks manager that's been open. So I will first of all import my drawing into this software by clicking on this N Navisworks icon here. And I'll click open. So I will look at where I save my project or drawing that I want to import into this Navisworks. So I'll click on this desktop. So I'll click on the file I save my drawing, this desktop, which is under Navisworks. So I want to upload these two drawings to my Navisworks. So I will highlight the two drawings and click open. So the drawing is being imported into Navisworks Manage. So the drawing has been uploaded, starting with structural drawing. So this bar by the left hand side showing sheet browser, showing the number of sheets we have as regards to this drawing. So sheet 2 display. So whichever sheet you want to work on, just click on that page. It's going to be displaying there. So this is the site plan. So this is the site plan of the drawing. So we have measuring tool. So we have measuring tool too. So first of all, as a quantity surveyor, you want to begin your measurement in this software, you have to set up your page as we normally do in Plan Suite. You have to scale your page to form basis for your measurement. So first of all, you are going to click project setup on this quantification workbook. Click on project setup to pop up this message. Would you like to view quantification getting started tutorial now? No, remind me later. So it brings this setup quantification, this catalog. We have different ways by which we can use this catalog. The first option say no. That means when you say no, you want to build your own catalog. Catalog means the items of work you want to take off for all this. So we have none. Maybe you want to build your own. You click on option none and click next. Or you want to use inbuilt catalog. You want to use inbuilt catalog with NCI defined catalog. You can choose this one too. Or this one, or uniformat. But for the sake of this tutorial, I will like to build my own inside this Navisworks. So I will click on none. So I will click on none. Once I click on none, and again, as I said, that we'll be looking at on how to import to our quantification catalog into Navisworks. Maybe I will come back to that. But the first option I'm going to use is none. Maybe you have your own template you've already built in Excel. You can click on this browse to a catalog. Browse to a catalog. So you just click on browse. So we click on where I saved my template. So this is it. It's saved with XML. So I don't want to start with this. So let us build our own in Navisworks. So I will click on none and click next. So the unit of measurement we are going to be considering is metric. So click on metric, click on next. So these are the parameters we'll be using in taking over measurements. So I'll click on next, click on finish. So it brings all these tools. So the first one is select markup. If you want to select any items in your drawing, especially when it's 3D model. The second option is polyline. Maybe you want to take linear meter dimension, click on this polyline. There's some other items too. Maybe you want to measure for rectangle polyline. This one is also for linear meter, for quick line. This is for area, also rectangular area. This is bucket fill. Maybe you want to take area of certain portion. You can click on this bucket to fill the area and get your area. So the next one is quick box. So this one is count. Maybe you want to count number, mention in number. So now I want to begin by taking off for this site layout. And first of all, you have to scale this bit as I said earlier. So to measure, to take off for this, you are going to pick area 2, which is this area 2. So I will click on area 2, but brings this message that I have to scale this page for me to proceed to measure this site layout. So you must have known a already known dimension, which I'm going to choose 30.06 meters as my basis. So I'll click on adjust sheet scale. So having clicked on adjust sheet scale, so you take your dimension of this 30.06. So it brings this, so you have to enter the value of dimension you took, 30.06, and the unit is in meters, and click OK. So click finish here. So we've scaled our page for us to measure. We've scaled our page for us to measure. So on this quantification workbook, click on this. We have 4 tabs. We have quantification workbook where our measuring tool is going to be displayed. We have item catalog where all our items are going to be built. We have resource catalog. Maybe you want to estimate for materials, is under this resource catalog. This timeliner is for program of work you're doing. So we'll be considering these 3 for now: quantification workbook, item catalog, resource catalog. So first of all, I would like to build my item catalog, because from the options I choose from the catalog, I choose none. We have different options. You can choose CSI, or you can decide to import your template of your items of work. So for the sake of this tutorial, I choose none. Now means we have to build our items to work for this particular project. So if you want to build your catalog, item catalog, you click on this new group. Click on this new group. So the first item has been the first item to look at is substructure. So substructure. So that's the first item. So the second item is superstructure. Superstructure. So the next item, so as you are creating your new group, ensure that you are not highlighting any of these already created group. If you want to create new group, but if you want to create subgroup, you have to highlight any of the group you want subgroup to be embedded in. So pick another group, so roof level. So roof level. So let me stop here. So, and we have substructure, we have a lot of items under substructure. So I'll be categorizing it based on floors. So we starting under substructure, we'll be having ground floor, fourth floor, second floor, and the likes. On the side to create your own catalog the way it pleases you, or the way to be easier for you to extract your quantity from the template and you put it your bill of quantities. You can decide to perhaps starting with block work, finishes, or frame structure. You can group it like that. But I want to do my own based on floors. So I will click on this superstructure and click on this new group. So this new group has been is sub item under substructure. So new group is ground floor. Have ground floor under superstructure. I will click on this superstructure again and click new group. First floor. So all these ones are under superstructure. Such a way that once you click on this, to collapse inside superstructure. So I'll click on this superstructure too and click new group. So third floor. So let us stop here. So I've created my item catalog. So under substructure, I will click on substructure because that's where I want this item I want to take off for to be embedded. So I want to start with site clearance. And site clearance is one of our items in substructure. So I will click on this substructure and click on this work quantification workbook to display my measuring tool. So I've already clicked on substructure. So I will click on this area to take off for area of this site. So I will click on this tool. So I will start from here, take the area of this site. So taking the area of this site. So I will right click if you want to stop. So I right click and click on this one to click on this select. So I've successfully taken off for my site clearance. So you rename this. So you will rename this under item catalog to site clearance. To site clearance. So that's changed to site clearance. For you to see your quantities, you go back to quantification workbook. So you see the area of your site clearance. So this is the area of our site clearance, 937.34 square meter. So that's the area of your site clearance. So The next is trench excavation. So let me click on the next page. So this is the next page. Okay, this is architecture. Let me look for. So this is my structural drawing. So I want to take off my trench excavation. So trench excavation. So I will want to first of all click on this substructure because I want this trench excavation to be under substructure. I will click on substructure. So and I will click on this polyline to take off for linear meters of this get. So I will click on this. So it brings once again to adjust this here. So I have to scale this page too. So I click on it. So take any known dimension. Let me take this. So the is 1.94. This is meters. Click OK. I click finish. So I've successfully scaled this page. So as I said earlier, I click on this substructure to take off for your trench or click on this polyline. So we're taking the trenches. As you are dropping your tool, you have to be right clicking. As I take this line, I will left click and right click to stop. Left click and right click. Left click and right click to stop. Be taking it like that for the trenches. Left click and right click. So you take all these trench, take all these trenches, and drop the tool by clicking on this select. So let us stop like that for trench excavation. So new pattern has been created. So you have to change the name to trench excavation. And you all know that trench excavation is measured in cubic meter, but our measurement is in linear meter, as you can see. So you have to multiply this length by the width of the trench and the depth of the trench. So we come to item catalog. You come to item catalog where these item calculations are being displayed, and click on this volume. Double click it and multiply and change this volume to length. So model length, I want to choose this model length, multiply by width of the trend. Let's assume is 0.68 and the depth of the trend is 1.05. So click 1.05 and click enter. So you see now once I display my quantities, you see under volume. So as you can see, so this is the volume of our excavation, 11.801. So that's the volume of my trench. So you can modify your quantities as well in Navisworks. So there won't be a need for you to start multiplying your linear dimension after you've imported into Excel and multiply by width and depth of the trench. So that's that for trench excavation. So the next thing is column base. The next thing is column base. So when to take off for column base, you once first of all you click on this substructure because the column base also on that substructure. So to take off for column base, you have to take the area tool. So click on this area tool. So column 1. Take this, the area of this, and right click and drop the tool. I've taken for column base 1, so I will change the name by clicking on this item catalog and change the name to excavation for column base 1. So you have to count the number of column base 1 we have to know. So let's assume we have, okay, let's count the number of column base 1 we have. Although you can use count, let's use count 2 to count the number of column base 1 we have. So go back to quantification workbook. So click on this counting tool. Click on this counting tool. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, this was not there. This type 1. Okay, this one, 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 this one. We have here, 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 we have here. Since that's all about this type 1, so you drop your 2 here. There's one base type that I choose which is not part of it, so this one's not part of it, so I will delete this. So now we have to delete this. So let me see the total content. So item catalog. It's now recording. So column base type 1. Okay, let me count it again. Okay, No, it didn't work. So let me count it again. So column base type 1. We drop the 2. So the total number of our column base type 1, we have it in 30 places. So we've counted. So let's change this to column base type 1. So now, for the one we've taken off for our column base, we consider the area of 1. So we have to multiply that area by 30. So to get the volume, so you have to change this model area, multiply by 30 number, multiply by depth of the column base. So let's assume the depth of the column base is 1.2. 1.2. So okay, so let's go and look at the quantity now. So the volume of our column base type 1 is 47.431 cubic meter. So that's that for column base. So what else do we need to take off also? So let us take off for backfilling. So let us consider backfilling. So once again, I will click on this substructure and click on this linear tool. So click on this linear tool. So take off for backfilling. So take the trenches. So drop the 2. So I have to change this name by clicking on item catalog and create backfilling. Backfilling. So backfilling actually is measured in cubic meter. So I have to modify this quantity to this volume. So I will change this model volume to model length, multiply by the width of the remaining space we are going to backfill. The width of the trench is 80, and block wall has already occupied 230. So 680 minus 230, so we'll be left with 450 width to backfill. So multiply by 0.45 by the depth of the trench, 1.05. So let's look at the quantity for backfilling. As you can see, so it's 7.7 cubic meter. 7.7 cubic meter. So that's how you are going to be doing everything as regards to whatever you want to work on this in this Navisworks manage. So let's stop here for the substructure. Let's look at one item, that's superstructure. So this is just introduction to the usage of Navisworks, and Navisworks is very good, and when it comes to 3D model, is normally good and we are going to see the beauty of this Navisworks. Adding that we are working with 3D models, but I just want to start with this 2D. So the following class, we are going to be looking at 3D model, where we are going to explore all these features for easy measurement and other features of it. So let's go back to superstructure. So let me pull out this substructure. We are done with substructure. So let me go to block wall. Now to do block wall. So let me use this. So this ground floor. So you have to scale this page too. So we choose linear tool. First of all, click on ground floor because I want to take off for ground floor. So click on ground floor and click on this linear tool. So bring this, so I have to scale it. So take this dimension to know your scale. So the scale is 2.63. We'll click OK. So click finish. So I click on this linear tool, took my block wall. So external block wall, I want to consider all my external block walls first. So I'll click on this, pick all my external block wall. So you hold down your shift key for you to be able to continue your measurement without breaking. So on my external block wall. So left click and right click. So to continue, take this, left click and right click. So take the measurement for external block wall. So this is the end point. Left click and right click and drop the two. So we are done with external block walls prior to ground floor. So go back to item catalog to rename it. So 225 mm block wall. So, and you know, we got this, our block wall in linear meter. So we have to multiply this, our quantity by the height. Let's assume the height of the building is 3 meters. So what we are going to do is to modify this length, model length, or this area. Let's choose this area to have our unit in square meter. So model area is going to be model length multiplied by 3. So let's look at our quantities. So you see, this is the total meter square for external block wall. So if you want to deduct for openings, so you have to do as we did for, you have to count all the external, openings. So first of all, I will consider all this window 2 first of all, or window 1. So we click on this 225 block because all these openings are associated with this external block wall. So I'll click on this 225 block wall and click this counting tool. So I'll click on this counting tool So the size of this window is 3.6, window 1, 3.6. I don't think this drawing has a window schedule. So let's assume the height of the window is 2.5, 3.6 by 2.5. So click on this 2.5 block wall and click this counting tool. Click on it. 1 externally, window 1. So window 1. Since we only have one type of this window, so you have to drop your 2. Didn't pick. Okay, let me take it off again. So click on this. So drop the 2. Let me check the number of windows it counted. The number. Mm. So let's assume all our external openings are 10 numbers, and the size of our openings are 1.2 by 1.5. So I will have to deduct the openings from the quantities of block wall I have calculated for. So I will now modify this formula by saying minus into brackets. So let's assume the number of our external opening is 10. So 10 multiply the size of our opening is 2.6 by 1.2. So you see the reduction in the quantities of our measurements. So let's look at it. As you can see, it has reduced to 132. Has reduced to 132. So that's that for block wall. So that's how you are going to be building your work items to take for building works. So, and in the case whereby you have templates, there's a template, it's a programmed template that has been programmed. So you can predefine your items and import it into Navisworks. So let me show you the templates. So there's a template that has been programmed whereby you can create your work items and import it to Navisworks. So the catalog has opened. The template has been opened. So is a template that's been programmed for you to build your work items before importing it to Navisworks. So the essence of this template is for you to predefine your item instead of you starting to create all your items, substructure and the likes. So you can define them here. So by group, so the substructure should be group, should be parents. So why site clearance is going to be under substructure according to this word breakdown structure. So substructure A, so that means A1 is going to be under A, it is going to be under A, like that. So you have to predefine it like this for item catalog, same as resource catalog too. You can predefine it and upload. But for you, before you can upload this, you must have installed Visual Basic code into your system. If you Google it, you can download it and install for it to change it from Excel to XML. So if I want to import this, maybe I want to use this template. I don't want to be building my work items. So I will just click on add-ins and click export catalog. Though some MS Office do have the BBC, you are good to go to import this template into your Navisworks, but if you don't have, you have to download Visual Basic Code for you to be able to import this. So let me choose the location I want this to be located. So let me name it 1. So I'll click save. So it has saved. So let me open my Navisworks. So I want to import that template. I don't want to be starting to create this work item again. So if you want to import this into Navisworks, so you must have imported it before starting building your work, mean taking off. So if you want to do this, you can click on this by the right hand side and click on import catalog. So it brings this. So let me go and choose where I save the catalog. Navisworks. So this is the catalog. So I'll click open. So it has imported into this. As you can see, I created it. I can decide to define all my items for your use. You can predefine it in such a way that it will be suitable for whatever work you want to work on. Maybe if it's wrapped part or wrapped strip apart or pipe foundation and the like. So that's how you're going to import your catalog. It has necessarily trying to build it while you want to work just to save time. You can create the catalog by yourself. So that's that for Navisworks as regard to 2D drawing. And Navisworks is really good when it comes to 3D drawing because you are going to see all the features. A single click give you your quantities and the like. So this is just the introduction to the Navisworks by using 2D drawing. So our next class is going to be looking at 3D drawing, where we are going to explore the features of Navisworks Manage. Thank you for, okay, before ending the class, if you want to export your quantities, you can click on this icon by the right hand panel under quantification workbook. Click this export quantity to Excel. So click on export quantity to Excel. So the location, let me choose Navisworks. So let me rename this one as one. Click save. So home. So this my quantities, my quantities. So these are my quantities. My quantities. So this follow for train. This one is column base. Quantity for column base. And area for block wall. So that's that for Navisworks as regard to 3D drawing. You can try to do to practice the other items so that you be able, so that you get used to it. So that's that for Navisworks. And I would like to stop here. So we'll be looking at 3D drawing in our next class. Thanks for watching. Thank you.